Hello everyone, welcome to channel 325 News. I'm your host Matthew Hillebrand. Today's top story, new apartment complexes being built up in Syracuse, New York. How will this affect the students? How will this affect the realtors? And if Syracuse decides to implement a 3-year living requirement, how will this affect everybody? Find out right after Matthew with the weather. Hey man, yeah, it's pretty bad out here. As you can see, it's cold, it's raining, it's just not good out here. Don't go outside, whatever you do. Just stay inside, everybody.
What are you doing?
And that was Matthew with the weather. Now let's get started with the video. Three brand new luxury apartment complexes are being built around Syracuse University. The first one is the Marshall, located on South Krause Avenue. The second one is the 505 on Walnut. And the third is Peak Campus, located on East Genesee Street. Students who choose to live in these luxury apartments will cover the three main parts of housing: location, location, location. All of the complexes are within close proximity to the campus, making it a short, easy walk for all students. Students will soon have a bunch more options of where to live their junior and senior years at Syracuse University. These apartments will be added to the pool of housing already in Syracuse University. This housing includes University Village, Campus West, U Point Syracuse, and Park Point Syracuse. Even with all these new apartment complexes arriving, many students will end up renting a room in a house in the surrounding areas. These houses also fulfill the three main parts of housing: location, location, location. But these houses are drastically different from the new apartments. These houses have been here for 80 plus years, and even though the realtors have tried to keep these houses in tip-top shape, it doesn't change the fact that they are 80 years old. According to Brian Martucci, some of the recurring problems students should expect to find in such houses are some structural damage or foundational problems, inefficient windows, inadequate electrical systems, etc. The realtors of these houses will be affected by the new apartments as well. According to Jared Hutter, student housing would see a loss of tenants with no new demographic eager to fill in the vacancies. This would cause houses to be boarded up or converted to Section 8 housing for low-income tenants that could add dysfunction to the neighborhood. However, according to Mike Stanton, he doesn't think that the neighborhood or local businesses will suffer because of this change. To further thicken the plot, Syracuse University is considering upping the on-campus living requirement to 3 years. Syracuse would be one of the few universities in the United States to require on-campus housing for more than 3 years. The others are Syracuse's peer schools like Duke, Brown, and Georgetown, to name a few. This idea is based on research by Kevin McClure. According to McClure, students staying on campus increases likelihood of graduation, academic performance, and student participation. This proposed plan will certainly increase the cost of tuition, but that's a whole different topic that I won't get into today. Students who are required to stay on campus for 3 years means that they will have to live in dorms for 3 years instead of 2. According to Pete Sala, he expects South Campus to be used more for non-academic offices and services rather than housing. I know from experience that South Campus is 100 times better than dorms, and the luxury apartments are 1,000 times better than dorms. According to Ben Tupper, a 3-year living requirement would take away student freedom and the evolution of independence. These brand new luxury apartments that are just being built will be affected as well. If the 3-year living requirement plan follows through, that would mean that 1,000 plus beds that these new apartments will offer would only be for seniors. These beds would be added to all the other beds from all the other apartment complexes. Even if the 3-year living requirement isn't implemented, there will still be trouble filling up this housing, according to David Mackenwicks. Mackenwicks says that there are many developers coming all at the same time, all at the same project to the area. He brings up important questions like how deep is the market and where are the students who are going to fill up that space. Overall, these new apartment complexes will benefit students greatly and potentially hurt realtors. And if and when Syracuse University implements a 3-year living requirement, everyone will be affected in different ways. Well, some thrilling stuff right there, folks. That concludes today's coverage of CRS 325 News. I'll see you all next week.